Why you dey buy fake product, yeah? Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SON. Don't touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria, improving lives through standards.
We will continue to develop competence in line with modern trends to deliver on our mandate to Nigerians in the most efficient and effective ways. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boluma, assures Nigerians. An importer of substandard electric cable arraigned. As the Standards Organization of Nigeria restates commitment to prosecute unscrupulous importers as part of measures to check the influx of fake and substandard products into Nigeria. As the nation evolves measures to tackle the many challenges bedeviling the nation's power sector, Standards NU in this special report examines efforts by the SON to check the importation of substandard power generating sets into the country. It's another time to talk product quality and safety on Africa's largest television network, the NTA. You're watching Standard NU, SON's public enlightenment initiative, brought to you every Monday at 6:30 p.m. I bring you greetings from the proactive Director General of the SON, articulate management and competent staff of the agency. I am Ifoma Okonkwo. Welcome to Standard NU.
As we speak, we still consider lubricants as life-threatening because it's the life wire of our movement, of our industrialization, of our economy. Anything that threatens the blood that these things use in running. And if we take it lightly, we're all going to be doomed together. And I sincerely beg that I won't be part of such a process.
My experience with SON is fantastic because I never, in my wildest imagination, thought just one meeting would solve my problem.
Welcome to Standard NU. I will begin the program by telling you that Mr. Ifeanyi Okoli, who was arrested about 3 weeks ago in connection with the seized substandard electric cable with a street value of 450 million naira by the SON, was arraigned on Wednesday at the Federal High Court, Ikoyi, Lagos. Okoli was arraigned on a 3-count charge of conspiracy, importation of substandard electric cables, and violation of the SON Act 2015 No SONCAP documents. His case was adjourned to February 27, 2020, while he is remanded in police custody because of his ill health.
The man imported about 120,000 substandard electric cables that do not comply with the mandatory industrial standard of SON under the SON's Act. He conspired with his company to import these substandard products. The other 2 counts has to do with importation. He's been concerned with the importation of substandard cables. So, and these are directly an infringement on the Standards Organization of Nigerian Act 2015. So those are the core offenses he has committed because he did those importations without the necessary the requisite document from SON.
If you're one of those still in the business of importing substandard products into the country, you are advised to stop because we have all it takes to arrest you and force you out of the legal business. You are an enemy of the state, and we at the SON will not allow you make our dear country a dumping ground for substandard and fake products. It's in your best interest to desist from the selfish and unpatriotic activity. Moving on, the Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boluma, says it will continue to empower staff of the agency with the requisite knowledge to provide effective service to the people. This was the thrust of the DG's message to a 5-day intensive quality management service lead auditors course held at the agency's Training Services Center in Ogba, Lagos State. Please take a listen.
For quite some time now, officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria have been exposed to a variety of capacity-building exercise aimed at developing competence to enhance their operations. It's a strategic initiative by the Chief Executive of the SON to deepen the knowledge of the entire workforce on the job to meet the ever-increasing need of the society. Unlike what is obtained in the past, members of staff of all cadre have benefited from the training exercises both within and outside the country. This 5-day capacity building initiative is one of such exercises put together by the SON in that regard. Represented by a director in the DG's office, the SON boss explained that the training will transform the workforce, who are mainly junior staff, and advance their knowledge to reposition the SON.
From day one, management is fully aware of your abilities, and it's for that reason that you are all here. So I want to wish you well on behalf of the Director General, who somewhat believe in your abilities. And just for your information, as this is an examination for you, it is also an examination for the center itself. As you're being examined, the center, it's also been examined to see its competence and capabilities. So the two of us are writing exams here today. While we wish you well in yours, I also believe that you are wishing us well in ours.
For the Deputy Director and Head of the SON Training Services, Engineer Timothy Abner, the exercise is unique and critical to the SON's courses. He disclosed that it was being monitored through live streaming by the accrediting body in the United Kingdom.
We started first by seeking accreditation for the training center itself, and which you all bear me witness, were able to achieve sometime last year, to be precise in July of 2018. However, the next stage was to now accredit the courses, the various courses we will be running, for global recognition. And we chose the Quality Management System Lead Auditors course. We prepared the relevant documentations and presentations that will normally be applied in such courses. While we were about to submit that, we were made to understand that the auditing standard, which is ISO 19011, had actually been superseded. A new version was issued sometime before we made the submissions. So we had to go back to the drawing board to make sure that all our documentations and our presentations, including the course materials for the potential lead auditors that will attend the courses, and even our presentations meet the requirements that will ensure that consideration has been given to the 19011 2018 standard. We completed that by February of this year, and we're among the first to globally be able to actually provide materials for the lead auditors quality management system course based on the 19011 2018 standard.
Abner explained that once the final examination was over, candidates' answer sheets will be scanned and sent for external assessment, while the internal assessment will also be carried out before final marks are awarded. He noted that the process is an ongoing one, and the objective is for all the STS courses to be accredited.
You're watching Standard and You, brought to you by the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Please Join the quality vanguard to stem the tide of fake and substandard products in the country. Our next story is on the power generating set, popularly known as the generator. Please sit back, relax, and find out more about this life-endangering products we all have in our homes. Take a look.
It's an alternative source of electricity found in almost every home or office in the country. The power generating set or generator, as it's fondly called in the country, come in different size and shape and different capacity.
We have Tiger generator. Tiger, which is the smallest one. The size is 950, 9500. We have 1.9, that is the next one, 1900 watts. The output is 1.0. We have 2.5 as well. 2.5 is the next stage, the third. And that one, after the 2.5, we have what we call 3000 size. 3000 size and 2.5 are almost the same. Difference they have is what? Coil. The coil is bigger than the 2.5. After then, we have the one we call GS270 by model, 3.8. That one is a bigger unit, both in coil side and engine side. After that one, we have 3.9. That is 6.500. That one is the next. Bigger coil and bigger engine body. After that, we have the one we call 8000. The output of that one is 6.0. The one of 7000, the output is 5.5. But the one of 8000, the output is 6.0. Then after that one, have the latest one that is on vogue now. That one is called it 92. That one is 15,000 model, 1,500, 15,000 by model. The output of that one is 6,500. The output 6.50.
The bulk of these all-important products are imported into the country. The generator is of different brand.
Okay, we have like, I say me, I sell Elepac, Schmidt Fireman, ecological.
Investigations by the SON reveal that some unscrupulous importers working with some selfish manufacturers are in the business of producing and distributing what has been established to be substandard generators. They are either not performing optimally or developing mechanical faults, even when they are purchased as brand new products.
Or something, the one that was there wasn't good. So I had to go around looking for one to buy. At various points, I got bad ones. Eventually, I had to go to one office, Honda company, to get an original part.
The standard provides us information of electrical parameters to be tested, performance to be tested, and of course, what is the manufacturer saying a generator can do, and then how safe is the generator. Those are 4 or 5 different parameters that are grouped to take. And looking at the marking, for instance, we look at the rated capacity of the generator. We look at the rated voltage, current, and then the frequency. All these are expected to be stated on the label, on the plate that is attached to the generator, and of course the country of origin. Where is it coming from? We need to know. Looking at the marking, for instance, an ordinary consumer may be able to have a fair knowledge of the fact that this generator is substandard. If it does not carry the country of origin, then we should suspect that because it's a requirement that internationally accepted that it must carry a country of origin. If the rated voltages, all the information about electrical information that are expected to be on the generator, if they are not there, then we should suspect that that product is substandard. And again, if it does not even have a name, because we have had cases where generators can come and they are unbranded. So you should obviously know that it's substandard.
One major problem faced by the SON over the years by importers is over-declaration.
One very important aspect
is the capacity of the generator. When the manufacturer of the generator claims that the generator is 10 kVA generator, for example, when the generator gets to the lab, they will test for capacity, using the load bank to test for the capacity. Most times, we discover that it is not what the manufacturer claims that the generator is. They can claim 10 kVA. When we test, we discover it is maybe 8, 7, or thereabout. In that case, we will do the needful. The needful is to ensure that the correct capacity is written on that generator.
Like other products, especially life-endangering ones, the Standards Organization of Nigeria monitors the influx of generator into the country. The SON, through its sensitization, emphasized on the proper handling of a generator. This is because generator emits dangerous fume that contains poisonous gases like carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. These gases are odorless and colorless. There's been reported cases of death resulting from inhaling gases from generator placed in an enclosed place in the house. Apart from regular maintenance of the products, it's also important to keep the power generating set at a safe distance away from the house where people can't easily inhale the fumes.
You don't keep a generator inside the house. Generators are meant for outdoors. You keep them outside because it generates fumes, carbon monoxide, which is toxic. It can kill. So when you keep somebody inside the house overnight, the person will continue to inhale carbon monoxide. You don't expect that person to be alive in the morning. That one is simple. So we advise people, please keep your generators outside. Some people will say that they are afraid thieves will carry their generators, especially those that don't have their own compounds. In order to safeguard their generator, they keep it inside their house. It doesn't make sense. Why should you keep you should value your life, because life is number one. Even if they steal it, but find a way of securing it outside. Some people buy chains. Find a firm and stable thing you can change your generator to, but keep it outside for goodness sake. It's not meant for inside. Then you see some people, when they are refilling their generators, either they carry naked light. That's another issue. Some people, even at a distance, you don't keep naked light when you are tampering with fuel. Naked light, lantern, candle, matches, lighter, smokers will like to light up their cigarettes when you are refilling your generators. So these are the issues that people should stop. Even making telephone calls. You don't have to make telephone calls when you are pouring fuel into your generator. It's wrong. And also maintain your generators well. Maintenance is also key. If you check the manual of every generator, it's specified by the manufacturer. Service after every 5,000 hours. Service after every 2,500 hours, depending on the generator. Okay? So every person should, if you buy a generator, look at the manual, know when you should service the generator.
Muna fata shekaru na da za su zo, mutanen mu za su yi la'akari da aikin da muke yi, kuma za su lura cewa ya fi cancanta ka sai abu na kwarai da ka sai abu na arha.
Ka yi meze n'obodo anyị a, ka yi mee ka ihe a na-eme n'obodo anyị a, ma ihe a na-ebubata n'obodo anyị a ọ dị mma. Anyị na-ayọ bikonu ka anyị jikọọ aka, na asị na ofu aka adịghị ekechi ngwugwu. Ka anyị jikọọ aka ka Nigeria wee wọrọ anyị obodo.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀, gbogbo tá a bá máa fún wa rà, ká rí pé ó tó pé ojú òṣùwọ̀n. Èyí tí ò bá yé wa, àgbẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ tó wà sọ́nà. Èyí tá a bá dẹ̀ rà tí ò bá pójú òṣùwọ̀n, ẹ lọ sí Standard Organization iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó bá súnmọ́ yín jù, ẹ lọ ṣàlàyé fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀, wọ́n á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Welcome to the feedback segment of the program. I am Halimot Osifo. Every day, Nigerians buy and use thousands of products at home, work, and on the go. Consumers expect that these goods will satisfy their needs. But did you know, consumer satisfaction and protection is a collective responsibility. It demands inputs from not just the manufacturer, importer, and governments, but also you, the consumer. Producing safe and quality products is one of the manufacturer's responsibility to consumers. The importer has a responsibility to ensure foreign products conform with standards. For the Standards Organization of Nigeria, our primary responsibility is to ensure that locally manufactured products in Nigeria give the required satisfaction to consumers through compliance with standards and ensure goods imported into the country meet the minimum requirements of Nigerian industrial standards. What about you, the consumer? Do you know your rights? Do you verify expiry dates before purchasing? Do you read content of goods warranty card? Do you check for product certification marks? Do you read and follow safety instructions? Do you use products appropriately? Do you speak up by reporting cases of fake and substandard products to the Standards Organization of Nigeria? If your answers to these questions are positive, good for you. Otherwise, you are neglecting your consumer responsibility. No doubt, all hands must be on deck to fight against fake and substandard products in Nigeria. You have a role to play. Mrs. Aliyu from Abuja says, is it advisable to buy fairly used tire? Fairly used tire is unsafe for use. It's worn out and it has no information on the production dates or expiry dates. Remember, life has no duplicate, so buy brand new tires that have been certified by the Standards Organization of Nigeria. Favor Rufus says, I love your program, may God bless you. Thank you so much, Favor. Isen says, thank you for making Nigeria a great nation. Do you have an office in Lagos? Thank you so much for reaching out to us. We have 3 state offices in Lagos. You need to check our website at www.son.gov.ng to know which office is closer to you. Ayo from Lagos says, I love your program. Good job. Thank you so much, Ayo. We hope to serve you better. Cyril Otoikian says, I appreciate the good work you are doing. My concern is there are several sickle cell drugs sold in the market at very high prices. People living with sickle cell anemia are deceived to buy them on the ground that they will be cured, which does not happen. Can't your office verify their claims? Well, the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, is in charge of regulating the quality of drugs in Nigeria. So they are in a better position to intervene alongside the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCCPC. Anonymous Messenger says, a lot of substandard products are found in Nigerian markets. Your offices should be spread in every corner of the major cities for easy tracing. Thank you so much for reaching out to us. We have state offices across the nation. However, remember, we cannot do it alone. You also have a role to play. Austin from Warri says, what is the job of SON? Standards Organization of Nigeria is a federal government regulatory agency vested with the responsibility of protecting Nigerians from fake and substandard products. We have a vision to improve life through standardization and quality assurance. And that concludes this week's episode of the program Standard and You. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and location to the number 0705-972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. Remember, we have a vibrant YouTube channel where you can watch previous episodes online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best. Bye for now.
Why you dey buy fake product, make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.